Get this.
I'm gonna get that.
Give it about
I know this looked really good in the documentary.
2-3 weeks, before
I'm making a documentary about his journey with college.
Before the hospitals claimed you.
Hey, Gavin, for the documentary.
Yeah, he's got a bad reputation. Where do I start?
The mirror's image, it tells me it's home time, but I'm not finished, 'cause you're not by my side. And as I rode, I thought I saw you leaving, carrying your shoes, decided the...
My name is Gavin Kelson. I'm 21 years old. I'm originally from Northern California. I'm a sociology major at Cal Poly. And when I was 16, and then I had my first drink, it was like something just clicked into place. Kind of knew deep down from the back of my mind, even when I was 16, I remember thinking I was probably an alcoholic.
You could tell he was always either dealing with something or trying to escape something, and he wasn't drinking to party, he was more just drinking to drink.
Gavin is a strong individual. I think mentally he is strong, but alcohol is, I think, is his kryptonite.
Do you think he's a genuine alcoholic?
Yeah, completely.
No, he's a great alcoholic. When he gets drunk, he gives flowers to orphans. Of course he's a bad alcoholic. He got arrested.
Unfortunately, I think it brings out a little bit of violence and a little bit of maybe internal rage.
Do you have any good stories about you two being drunk together?
Ooh.
Fucking down the guy.
Whoa! There's a couple.
Like I'd black out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday would come around. And by Wednesday would come around and be like, okay, last weekend I blacked out all 4 days. But this night, I'm only gonna have 4 or 5 drinks and I'm gonna drink like a gentleman. And then it would never happen. 4 or 5 would turn to 10 to 20.
He would just get so drunk that he'd just pass out on a dirty floor of a party house.
My first time getting arrested, and a cop stopped me as I was walking back. And then I tried running from the cop and the cop tased me and then spent the night in jail. And then the second time I passed out and just basically on the side of the road when I was trying to get home, and then got scraped up by some cops, put the night in jail. I was arrested for a 3rd time for resisting arrest, public intoxication, and trespassing. It told me that I was gonna go to jail for 15 days and have 4 misdemeanors on my record. And I was 21 years old, and that was terrifying.
Do I think Gavin's a good person? Yeah, I think Gavin's a good person. Yeah, I mean, especially now.
Do you think you did this alone and get help?
Getting sober or drinking?
Getting sober. Well.
I tried getting sober alone hundreds of times. Hundreds. I think it's weak to not ask for help when you need it. And I realized that I needed help and I had to reach out and ask. And that was so difficult and so humbling. I mean, alcoholism and addiction is really the disease of loneliness. And the opposite of that is being in community with others, which is why I go to an AA meeting almost every day now,
If Gavin was on his own, I think that he might be in prison right now, or maybe even dead.
I'll wake up in a cold sweat every so often, just thinking of something that just happened or that I did that I still feel incredibly remorseful for. When I first got to AA meetings, I thought step number 1 was gonna be let's only drink beer. And then step 2 would be only drink on the weekends. And then what's my plan moving forward? I mean, if you look at my plan and my own power in my life has led me to complete destruction. Really, I don't even know if I ever told you this of why I drank. I finally found out why I drank. It was always something bad or fucked up would happen and it would make me feel bad or sad. And I would be like, oh, fuck that. That doesn't get to control how I feel. I control how I feel. So I'm gonna drink, because even if that makes me feel terrible, at least that way I reclaim some sort of control over my own life. I could take the fear and the anxiety and the anger and the shame. I could take the jail time and the physical pain and the injuries. And like, I could take getting tackled by cops and tased and getting arrested and all that fucked up stuff. What I couldn't take, and what really finally got me like sober this time around, was the realization of how my drinking was hurting other people.
Don't drink just because of the problems going on in the outside life, because as soon as you wake up in the morning, those problems are only going to double and never actually have been solved.
And if you can drink in moderation. Sobriety's boring.
But with my alcoholism, I'm also truly grateful for it, because I know that someday I'm going to be able to use my story to someday help other people.
The point of my unplanned speech, shut up. The point of my unplanned speech is it's really more on you guys than it is on me that this is happening. So thank you.
No, it's all on you.